Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on the ChaddyTheChump channel. And it's been a little bit of a while because boxing, especially British boxing, has been a little bit dry recently. But don't worry, because the good times are coming, and it starts with this weekend because Jazza Dickens will be defending his WBA World title against Anthony Cacace in Dublin in a sold out free arena. So yeah, pretty big, right? And the fight itself is going to be very, very good. The styles should hopefully clash to make a very good fight. I mean, Anthony Cacace, a brilliant style to watch. His last fight against Lee Wood, that was an amazing fight. But Jazza Dickens coming in as the champion, and he will be looking to retain a good co-main event on that card as well. LEARY versus HUGHES in the free arena. So let's talk about it. So let's talk about the main event first, then. Anthony Cacace taking on Jazza Dickens. Jazza, the defending champion, right? Coming off of a win away from home. A spectacular result for Jazza Dickens, right? A great result. That's what he wanted. And then later on, he gets elevated to WBA World Champion. He was originally scheduled to fight Tatsumi on that Ring Magazine Japanese card in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. That did not happen. Jazza Dickens had to pull out. But what a, not replacement because they're 3 months apart, but what a fight after that win this is against Anthony Cacace. It is truly a very close fight, right? I think Cacace going in there probably is the favourite, I would say. However, the champion should really be the favourite. But it's going to be close. I feel it's going to be close. The styles are going to match very well. Both sort of come forward fighters, especially Cacace. So if it's anything like the Lee Wood fight, then it will be a good one. And that Lee Wood victory for Cacace was very good. We just saw Lee Wood dominate Josh Warrington, and it shows how good Anthony Cacace is at that super featherweight division. So, and he's beat all the guys, sort of in that division, really, or a lot of the guys. He beat Josh Warrington, Joe Cordina as well. He has some very, very great wins on his resume, and that is why, along with his brilliant style and his reach and all of that, I'm going to be picking him to beat Jazza Dickens this Saturday, because I just feel like Cacace is on another level. He could beat anyone at super featherweight. He was going to fight Ray Ford. I was gutted when that fight didn't happen because that was going to be a great fight. But yeah, Cacace is my prediction. But if Jazza gets the victory, then that is big for him. Alright, let's talk about the co-main event. Pace O'Leary taking on HUGHES. Now, I was very gutted when Mark Chamberlain did unfortunately have to pull out of the fight against Pace O'Leary, because that was going to be an absolute banger. So I'm, very disappointed that didn't happen. But HUGHES is a very good replacement. He does have losses on the record, and that does look bad. And of course, he's not as good as Mark Chamberlain. However, he's going to be coming for the victory, because this victory would mean so much if he did manage to get it. Beating Pace O'Leary in his hometown, that would be big. O'Leary, though, of course, the favourite going into the fight. O'Leary, he's got the power on his side, but if HUGHES lets his hands go and sort of overwhelms Pearce O'Leary. This could end up being a very close matchup. However, I do think that Pearce O'Leary will get the victory in front of his home crowd in the free arena. Those were the two most prominent fights on this card, but the undercard is still pretty decent. You know, you got guys like John O'Carroll and Ryan Garner, who will be looking very closely at that main event, because Ryan Garner, of course, you know, Frank Warren said that main event, Ryan Garner versus whoever wins, could even be in Southampton Football Ground, which would be pretty crazy. Who knows, but he'll be keeping a close eye on that. But he's got a fight on that undercard as well, which he should get through pretty easily. So it is a reasonably stacked card in Dublin. I mean, Queensberry just in general have some insane shows coming up. Like, you've got this, then you've got the Magnificent 7 on the 28th. Then you've got Chisora Wilder, which they're working with them and Mrs. Pro Boxing. Fury doesn't count, and yeah, we won't get into that because that's a lot of legal trouble. I don't think they're actually promoting that fight. But after that, you know, they've got Paris, Yoka Viacoli, and then they've got an absolute amazing fight, which I will be attending. Dubois taking on Wardley for the WBO world title. That's going to be a banger. Queensberry are cooking right now, and this show shouldn't be any different. But thank you for watching this video and enjoy the fights. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.